Thank you very much for that introduction. So I'm going to give a very, very brief overview of the UWell project, which is it's a 4-year Research Ireland funded project that really aims to provide a better understanding of university student mental health and wellbeing across the island of Ireland. And we're doing this through a number of different kind of packages as such. One of the first things that we did when we started the project was to set up a research network basically for anybody with an interest in student mental health and well-being across the island of Ireland. And I'd like to say, you know, there's so many of the people here today, which is absolutely fantastic. The idea was to start, you know, just generating some knowledge and sharing experiences. I'll talk a little bit more about that, but just to collaborate rather than work in isolation. We also wanted to set up like a standardized survey, or at least that people would start using like some standardized measures so that we could compare data across universities. And we're also conducting research looking at the transition to university, because from our previous work we could see that lots of students are starting university with pre-existing problems, and we felt that something needed to be done really in the years prior as well, so that's what we're looking at. So in relation to the network, I'm delighted to say we now have over 90 members from 20 different institutions across the island of Ireland. We meet roughly every maybe 6 to 8 weeks. It's very, very informal, usually online. I'm delighted to say that we're actually having an in-person event on the 7th of May in the Ulster University campus in Belfast. So if anybody's interested, give us a shout if you haven't already got an invitation to it. But overall, it's all about, you know, collaborating, sharing knowledge, best practice, you know, possibly looking at grant applications, and we've set up a number of special interest groups. And again, a lot of it is about, as I said, disseminating our work. So the other big part of the study is, as I mentioned, setting up the standardized survey. And Sarah Hughes is doing a PhD part-time, like as if she hasn't enough to do, and she's been working with us on this study. The idea is really, as I said earlier, about trying to get a standardized measure. We're proposing 4 core measures, the PHQ-9, the GAD-7, Core GP and WEMWEBs to measure depression, anxiety, health and well-being. And in HEA and in Ulster, we've been kind of doing this study, and we've developed a survey. We're not saying that everybody has to do the exact same survey as us. All we're asking is that people would include their 4 measures, these 4 measures, in maybe a survey that they're doing. But if they would like to do our survey, then we'll share, like we call it a cohort starter kit, which includes like ethic documents, etc., so that you're not starting from scratch. And the pizza. Sive Burnett at one of the network events talked about, she had mentioned the pizza, and that basically the base is like these 4 core measures that we're asking people to do. But you can put whatever you'd like on top of your pizza. That's what it's all about. And we're hoping that people will get involved and that they'll share this data with us, which would lead to a national data set which could help inform policy and practice. So just very briefly where we're at. We conducted a pilot study back in 2024 with Ulster University, ATU, and Donegal and UCC. We then conducted a stakeholder engagement workshops, and based on those workshops it was recommended that we would do a soft launch. So we went out with the survey on 9 HEU campuses last year and 3 Ulster University campuses, and the idea is that we're going to go out again this year, and if anybody's interested, please contact us. Overall, students themselves said that they felt that it was something that they really wanted. So again, just briefly, James Sweeney is doing the study on the transition to university. So what we did was we went back and surveyed students in their final year in secondary school, and we have followed them up when they started university, and we're just doing an end-of-year survey with them now. So just to finish up, I know that I'm kind of getting tight on time here. Like Philip earlier on talked about the importance of collecting data. This is what we're trying to do, because I really do think it fits in with the frameworks and the strategies. And if anybody's interested in that, if you would like to join the network or if you'd like to attend our event, then please contact me. Thank you.